So here's our older version of our website. This commit was taken about 2 weeks ago from when I'm filming this video. This was taken on the 13th of May. Back then the site was largely undeveloped. We didn't have any backend code, and the only thing we had was React front-end code. So for the functionality, all we had was a sign in for our motorist, a sign up for our motorist, and a sign up for our professional. And again, with there being no backend code, we were able to just sign in without any user details since it's not connected to any database yet. So we could sign in, it won't stop you. It'll take you to the sign in page for our customer. And here the customer was able to submit a call out where they can enter the location details. They can submit the call out. Again, the buttons don't do anything yet because there's no backend. And the same here for the vehicle registration. User again could put their vehicle numbers in. Again, doesn't do anything though because there's no backend code. Now going back to the home page, professionals are able to sign up, make an account. Again, it asks for their name, last name, date of birth, email address, phone number, the end years worked, and password. Again, since there's no backend code, the user is able to sign up, goes to a pricing page where they can pick their pricing plan, and again, it takes you to the same page. So again, at this point of the development, we didn't have much. All we really had was a bunch of storyboards. And again, a lot of us were working on learning React and trying to work out how we're going to do this. So again, there was just no backend for this. For our current version of the software on the 28th of May, we have a fully functional backend with a much more modern looking front end design. With this, our backend is connected to a H2 database, which will store all our data for our customers, the professionals, and all the requests, and etc. To do this, we're using the REST API, which will do our CRUD operations when we have getters, setters. We have getters, puts, posts, and delete operations, which can be used to manipulate data in the H2 database. All this through the Spring Framework, and in our backend program, we have our controller, exceptions, models, repositories, and services. For this, I'll quickly show you a quick demonstration of how we might upload a new customer to our database using the backend. So firstly, a customer will come onto our website. They'll go through the motorist, they'll sign up, they'll make an account and input their details. And here, once they click the sign up button, it will call a function in our React code called handle click. And essentially what it'll do, it will use a fetch and it will use the URL posted here, which will talk to our backend code, which I'll show you in a second, and it will post the data into the database. So I'll quickly run you through. So here we have a customer controller that will call our add customer. So here's our post function, add customer, as you see. So here's our URL //customer/add customer, and we'll only connect to the local host at the moment. Again, that's this URL here. So it calls this over here. So once it calls this, it's going to call a method called create customer and put a new customer object through, which is currently stored in the customer service. So here, it's a very basic function. It calls our create customer and it's going to use our customer repository, which extends the JPA repository, as we can see in here. And here, so it extends this, and using this JPA repository, we're able to use functions like .save, which can save the customer into the database, and things like .findAll, which retrieves all instances of a customer from the database. So here, once this function is called, it saves it into the database. So here, let's just quickly run our backend program. There we go, the program has started. So here I've got Postman open. I'm just going to quickly show you an instance, just using the back end of adding a customer. So here I'm using just a quick JSON format. I've got an ID, a first name, a last name, date of birth, email, and phone number. So here I can send the customer to the database. There you go, successfully sent. And to show that's in the database, I can go back over to my customer controller and I can find one of the getters. So here I have two options. We have I have four options. I can find the customer by email, find the customer by password, find the customer by ID, or I can retrieve all the customers. Keep it simple, I'll just retrieve all the customers using my /getAll URL. So here I've got customer /gets_all, and remember I've got to change it to a get. I'll send the request, and here I can see it's stored in the database successfully, so I know it's worked. For the backend testing, we're using unit testing using a framework called Mockito, which is used to mimic data in experimental data, so it doesn't get posted to the database. Not that that matters at the moment because it's using a local memory database, the H2 database, which stores all the database onto the computer's memory, the local host's memory. But when we do post a site online to a real domain, the Mockito framework will be helpful so you can test data without actually posting it to the database. So here I'll just take you through again another test. We've done a test for each of the classes, and they're all the same tests, or pretty much the same. And here what we do, we're going to use the Mockito extension, the Mockito framework. And here we've got our 4 tests. So each test, so this test, we'll test that the customer is posted and saved to the database. So here I make a customer, create the customer, set it saved, make sure it's not null, and there is a customer. For the getAll, I make 2 customers and I'm testing the getAll controller. Again, run the controller, expected number of customers, which should be 2, against the amount of customers returned. Here I have this tests the controller, the customer update controller, which is our put. And here, I'm just saving the customer, and then I'm testing the put function to see if the customer again is there and it's not null. And for delete, I'm making a customer and then deleting the customer and making sure the customer is deleted. So here, if I want to run one of the tests, I'll run all the tests here, sorry. And here we can see that all the tests pass. Just quickly as proof, we've done controller tests that can test all the controllers in here to make sure they work. And they've done them for all the classes. Here's just some proof of them all completed. Again, they've all been tested. That's the project application test. That's different. They've all been tested. Again, they all work. As is using the regional supervisor, this is testing all the controllers work. Brilliant, they all work. And this is the proof that we've done. Here's our now current version of our front end website. Again, looks a lot more modern now, a lot more functionality, a lot more buttons. And yeah, just quickly take you through it. So first of all, brand new site, brand new customer. You want to sign up, make an account. Again, like before, we were able to press the sign up button and it'll just take you straight past the sign up section. But now we have authentication. So for example, you need to put your first name in. So make sure that all the fields are filled in before you're able to go through. So let me just make a quick mock account. So it'll say angus@gmail.com. The password is going to be hello. Again, passwords in this are stored in plain text, so we don't want to be using any real passwords here. So again, we can sign up. We're able to successfully get through. As a member, you pick the paid subscription or the free one. I'm just going to pick the free one for now. And this takes you to our member page. So from here, we have a lot more functionality for what a member can do. But first, I'm just going to quickly show you a little bit more functionality. Now, if we try to sign up as a motorist, if we put the incorrect email in, like Angus with 2 S's at gmail.com, and we put the password hello in, the correct password, sign in, it's going to have the say incorrect email or password. So it's not going to let you sign in unless you put the correct details. So here, once a user can sign in, then takes you back to the same page. Now from here, we can do multiple things. So first of all, our users are able to submit a call out. So let's say we're stuck on 10 Uni Street in Wollongong. We have an engine problem, and we'll say engine failed. Alright, we submit our call out, and this shows us our call outs. Now, currently, we haven't got it all up and running, so the open call outs, the one we just made, it's semi-working. Past call outs are currently encoded, hard-coded into the page. So once we submit a call out, we're still able to do a bunch of stuff in our homepage. We can edit our membership, so we can renew our membership, we can cancel it. So we cancel it, we go yes, we want to cancel our policy. Again, we haven't linked that to take to the homepage yet, but we'll have that in the final version. We're also able to add details about our car, and we can submit that to the database. And we can also leave a review for our roadside professional, which will be posted to the database as well. Okay. Now for a professional, again, the same thing as a professional. You make an account, so let's say my name's Angus Demerick. I'm born on the 20th of the 9th, 2001. This is my email. Phone number is this. And I've worked 3 years as a professional. I'll make my password hello again. Awesome. So now I'm going to go sign up. That'll take me to my welcome professional page, and from here we're able to see the available jobs, the current jobs we have selected, and we're able to edit details about our profile. So first of all, we'll show us the profile. Here we can put in information about our profile, and we can save changes. Here we can go to our available jobs. Now currently we only have them hard-coded, or 2 of these are hard-coded, and we have our current job here. And to prove this working, we can go to inspect element, because we logged our job to the console in the code. We can refresh the jobs, and we can see the job we made as a customer about 30 seconds ago. So here we've got the ID 1, street number's 10, street name's uni. You can see it in the console. Here we're able to go to the current jobs. These are only hard coded, except for the top one. And these are our current jobs that a professional will be able to select from the available jobs, and we'll go to the current jobs page. And then from here, we'll have functionality in the final version where we can click on the job and go job complete, and we can write a little note to the customer, and that'll be it. So we take it back to the home page. And that's currently all the functionality for the professional. For the final version of the website, we will have a generate report button that generates payment details and etc. and things like that. Also, a quick thing I forgot to mention, in the customer page, if you go to renew membership and press saves, it's going to take you to a payment page where you can put a credit card or a debit card in. We'll put details about a card in. So my name's Angus Demerick. That's expiry date. This is my card number. And the CVV is 000. Press next. It takes my payment. So this will mean that I'm paying for the $120 per year subscription that you could have selected when you made the account. One of the requirements was we had to generate 20 customers, 20 requests, and 100 professionals, and post it to the database. So here we got a test data button, and here we can load the test data, which posts it all to our database. And once we refresh the page, as instructed here, it's going to load all our 20 customers that we just generated, our 20 requests, and our 100 professionals right here. Just quickly to prove that's in the database, we can run in Postman the get all, so we'll generate all the customers, and here we can see our 20 customers generated. We can do it for requests. Requests, not requests. And see our 20 generated here, and we do it for professionals as well. And these are all seen in the controller. And here are our 100 professionals that we generated using the test data in the database. For some of our testing, in GitHub, we have a workflow that tests the React code before it's uploaded onto the Git repository. So here we can see all the commits and them all passing. And essentially, all this does is simply runs the React code on React 12 and React 14 and makes sure it compiles properly and works with the other code before it's entered into the repository.